teams that are looking to do well this year, if you pick on Balmain, Henry's a very talented sailor.
So Henry Larkins leads. Certainly not disgraced in this performance. Very solid effort.
Oh, look at him. They are getting carted, absolutely flying.
Young sailor. I thought he was younger than he is. This is his 5th season now, so he's done the hard yards. He's ready to stop, getting on that podium and challenging for victories and trophies in the class. You don't turn up here and win in your first year. Young guys who've put in the time, put in the effort, are now in with a serious chance.
You don't bleed for the program, what's the point of it, right?
Fresh to frightening here. This is 30 knots plus.
I'll hand over to Hugh shortly. I'll look after the racing for the weekend. It's clearly fresh today, so we'll take a view on that a bit near the time. Hugh will give you a bit of briefing on that. Other than that, I look after each other in the park. It's a bit tight on space, help each other in and out of the water, keep the place clean, and let's have a really, really good weekend.
It's the skipper's sole responsibility for the decision whether to sail or not.
I think we just got ready for 30 knots, and it's not. It's like 17 knots. I think you're still in 30 knot mode, bro. All right, we're good. I think we just go hard early, eh? Back hole.
We're just trying to keep the vibe tight when we get it wrong, because it's most of the time you're getting it wrong. You just have to keep the boat moving towards the next bit of pressure and take it in your stride.
Nice, boys. We're sailing way faster than Keegan here. All right, let's go sailing, Henry.
My name's Henry Larkings. This is my 5th season now in the 18-footers, sailing for Balmain 18-foot skiff team. Big aim for this season was to be, pushing podiums sort of every race. We stepped up this season. We have been able to achieve that. We've got a few race wins this season, but also consistently being up there in the top 3 for the first half of the season, which has been a good step up from last season. So pushing to the end of the season, looking to get, towards the top of the JJs. The aim is this season to get top 3 in the JJs.
Nice, Lock. Work hard. Yeah, we got you, Lock. Oh, well. Didn't expect this. We needed a 30-degree ride here, we got one.
It was a very heavily favoured pin line. We were going, do we just go a conservative start or, on starboard and tack across when we can clear the fleet, or do we start on port?
Henry Larkins going for it down there. Might get away with this. 4, 3, 2, 1. There they go. The trigger down 1. They're away. All clear, I think.
Okay,
Dolan, Balmain, and 6 down at the pin end. Have got the jump. Oh, what's happened to Balmain? Oh, they've had a disaster there. What happened to Balmain?
When we pulled the trigger, we thought we were over, and sort of, that sort of rattled us a little bit, and then, sort of stressed out and rushed our decisions to then jibe around and unfortunately capsized.
Locky brings a lot of can-do energy in the boat. For example, yesterday when we capsized on the start, he's the first one to sort of like crack in and be like, "Come on, chaps, like let's crack into this."
That's good, boys. Let's keep it rolling. Already making gains. It's a long course. All right, long course. We've got time. Doing really good things so far. Making kills, boys. Keep it going.
What goes in my mind when we're in big breeze? Not a lot. It's just like, let's just go. That's the whole point of sail 18s. When you get in that big breeze, there's not too many other boats that just get fully loaded up and get that skipping across.
Send it. Making big gains. Nice, boys. Doing good things. Little light and then a real weird bullet in 2, 1, now.
The Brisbane boats, GC Sails is definitely, I think, surprised the rest of the fleet. They're definitely a quick boat. They're sailing very well. They're definitely going to be up there and another boat challenging the fleet. In the racing so far, they have been up there. Same with the Germans, been sailing very well. Yesterday had 2 bullets. With a new boat, they're going to be quick. They have been sailing with like a 10-year-old boat, so now they've got a new boat in line with the rest of the fleet. That definitely will be a top challenger. It's exciting racing up the top, and it's very close between those top 5 boats.
The run to the finish is on. Balmain will be 4th. They've had a consistent regatta. And then
now they're sailing well.
The Brisbane 18s will be next. Balmain's the worry. They're going out to the right, looking downwind.
They could well be a threat here.
Yeah, it's pumping down there. All right, let's go for it. Let's go.
Balmain, a great job.
Wind's pretty hard in here.
Came on to the finish. We're about 400 metres from the finish. The final heat. Balmain leads. They're laying the finishing line. 200 metres to go. Challenging packer coming, hammering at them. Lazarus, Yandu, and Bigfoot.
We'll take that.
Balmain are going to lead them home. Well, they've been there all Regatta.
Thank you.
Balmain first.
National champion, mate.
Are we?
Yeah, you guys won.
Holy shit.
On count back to Keegan.
How good. I don't think we were expecting that after yesterday.
Dude, it was so close. It literally, you needed Lazarus to get between you and Yandu.
Yeah.
So you got them by a point, and then Keegan on the same points, but you got him on count back because he won the last race.
Shit. I don't really know what to say, because yesterday we weren't doom and gloom, but we kind of said, oh no, we're all practicing now, you know, just let the regatta go. But we got back to what we do best, which is just keep out of the boat and sail our own race. And
what was going through your mind on that final downwind?
We just went for a send. we weren't really thinking about the regatta. We weren't thinking about the regatta. We were like, no, let's just go fast, pick the shifts. Then we're coming back across from Bradley's like, well, we're, you know, sorry for swearing, but we're like coming back at him. And when we jibed on top, we saw where the finish was and went, oh, we got a chance. So once we did that final jibe, that's when we kind of went, race on here, let's swing it low and go for it. So, you know, full credit to Tom and Henry. Like, it's quite easy on the bow downwind with these guys. He's just full faith in them, and they, you know, they're going to pick the shifts, so which they did. So it's pretty nice.
So the 18s have got some unique elements that no other boats have. I think there's the whole history of it. Now, the 100-year history of Sydney Harbour and 18-foot skiff sailing, the great names that have come through the class. It's always been a highly competitive class. It's been an aspiration, I think, for winners of other classes to come and win here, whether it be Howie from the States, there's 5-0 titles, or Rob Greenhow and Tim Robinson with their 14 titles from overseas, and the Kiwis now wanting to come and win here. So there's a huge amount of history and prestige associated with sailing the boats before you even get into the boats themselves, which are hugely exhilarating to sail. Foiling's taking off at the moment. We're not a foiling boat, but there is something different and equally exciting about bouncing down the harbour on the edge of control and making sure that you can control that boat and not end up either hurting yourself or in the tide. It's pretty full on. And you do get that rush of not only the close competition, the history of the competition, but the excitement of every manoeuvre and every bit of racing you're doing, all packaged up together with sailing with two buddies. It's pretty cool.
As a team, we are pretty good in, you know, keeping our cool and, you know, backing ourselves in manoeuvres. I think any moment that you do hesitate, that is a moment where you will slip up. So as a team, you just got to back yourselves, and I've definitely been doing that.
Just keep making it a bit wider, otherwise we go rocket launching.
The foot's down now, 5 seconds to go. Balmain, a great start. Also Yandu down to leeward of him. We're away in a cracking nor'easter for race 1 of the Balmain Cup. 3 short races, the first of 3.
We were pretty much in survival mode the whole day, especially when we popped the chute.
And it's Balmain stepping out very nicely. Henry Larkins doing the job again early on.
And so I think we got a first and then a second, and we knew it in our heads that we had to beat Yandu to win.
All right, yeah, let it go.
And so we were just sort of keeping with them upwind. They're a really fast boat. We just decided to stay on their hip and then jibe before them. That was our plan, but they actually didn't put a kite up. So we put the kite up, and it was sort of like, okay, let's just keep it easy here and just cross the line. And then just tripped over ourselves basically on a jibe. It's a good way to say it. You just sort of feel the $5,000 cash tipping in, and it was pretty emotional. But yeah, that's sailing.
we're only a few weeks out from the Giltinan Championship now, so post-Christmas it really hots up here. You'll see it in the park. Everyone's down a bit early. Everyone's focusing on how they're going to make their boats reliable and quick enough.
3 weeks away from the JJ Giltinan World Championships, so a lot of prep work still to do. Basically just, fine-tuning our skills as a crew, and then basically just want to make sure that nothing breaks during the JJs. It's really what the most important regatta of the whole season is, so any little breakage is very expensive for the scorecard, so we've got to make sure that, all the ropes and stuff and all the maintenance is intact.
Very good afternoon from Sydney Harbour, or good evening or good morning, wherever you're watching around the world, for the first day of this year's JJ Giltinan 18-foot skiff World Championship. Invitation race today.
Bit more jib on there, Fangs? Yeah, good.
Rag and famish early. Ooh, we're looking at general, are we?
Burp a tiny bit of jib there.
He's gone individual.
Individual. Boy, oh boy.
There was a lot of boats over from where I was sitting.
Oh, well, good on you, Hugh.
Got height here. Need height. All right, can you look at the lane, Tom? Good stuff, lads.
So first blood for the invitation race, the 2026 championship goes to Balmain.
Thanks for coming, Fangs. Good race, lads.
Balmain and Smeg, who were first and second yesterday, well, they're a long way removed from that today. Well, it's just so tricky off that start line.
Tough first beat, basically. Got caught out right, and then the breeze went 30 degrees left, so we pretty much catch up from there.
As you say, Jimmy, Balmain have come into the picture, haven't they? Boy, they had to put something into it, and they certainly have.
Not the worst result to start the regatta, but, onwards and upwards from here.
And 8 will be Balmain.
Let that be our drop. Let's reset.
Topsy-turvy sailing today. It'll be survival at times, won't it?
Yeah, you just saw him. We've got Balmain on screen there now. Now you can see how quick these guys are coming downhill.
Oh well, got that out of our system. So obviously we're going to race hard, but let's remind ourselves before each big manoeuvre, just Bob Marley, keep the rig in the air. If we need a safety drive, we will. I guess we've got this thing in our boat, the Bob Marley mode, and it's just like almost a reset button. It's for us to remember, let's get back into our roles, get back focusing on how we want to sail. Sometimes we can get too caught up in other boats or the environmental conditions or our boat, whatever, and it's just like, nah, Bob Marley, reset, calm it all down and go again. Still stay high, still high, we're still close.
Okay, we're away, 2-1. Clean, I think, kitchen maker close. And Yandu, terrific start at the weather end.
Good start, great start. David! We're attacking in 3, 2, 1. David! Oi, Kuno! We can win the attack, mate. Okay. That was David! Get in the boat, get in the boat.
Yeah, so a bit of a tough day today. We're shaping up all right around the top mark, probably in the top 5, and then Lazarus tacked inside us and made us basically have to steer out of the way, and we stopped dead and unfortunately lost a whole pack of boats rounding the top mark. They rolled us, so we sort of went from the top 5 to sort of top 15 there, and that was sort of the race.
Everyone happy still? Yeah. Oh, Locky's in the top strap. Here we can go.
We couldn't quite get back up to the top of the fleet, and then when the wind died down there at the end, unfortunately lost 3 boats on the line, so tough day.
Balmain, gee, they've had a tough day.
Gonna go take Lazarus to the protest room, just completely infringed us off on that top mark, and then sailed off and didn't do their penalty turn, so I think that'll be their race.
So race abandoned. It's grey, it's overcast, it's drizzly, and there's not much wind.
Keeping it up, fellas. Keeping it up, boys. You're coming back close to us. You got to give us time, mate. You can't just stick it up into us. Can't push us past out to wind.
Oh, there's a few over,
2,
I think.
1.
Oh, this could be saving grace.
General. Boys, there's a boat to limit us. You can't just shut us out like that. You got to push them up the line. Yeah, mate, we were. Push them harder.
Well, we're going to come back and have another go at this. Yandu coming in late. Killer Coffee up to windward. Okay, Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're all in play. Balmain got a ripper of a start, as did Club Marine up at the windward end. Yandu coming in here. 8 they'll be. Balmain next around.
Oh, how's the crew feeling, mate, after the result today?
We're good. What do you mean? This is the bit where you can put like the sad music too.
Tough start to the week, like definitely, you know, not what we came here to do. Podium was our goal this regatta, and coming off a pretty strong season, winning the Nationals and second in the club championships, you know, to have the first couple races as pretty high scores was tough.
What happened, Locky? What happened, mate?
So we always just leave our hatch in, sort of half screwed in until we get a little bit out, just to let the boat cool and don't suck up water. And fortunately, on the way out today, on our second or third tack, the jib sheet flicked under it, flicked the hatch off in the water. We then bore away and went to jibe to come back, and unfortunately capsized on the side. The hole was there, so we filled that with probably a good 150, 200 litres of water, and yeah, that was the end of the first race. So quickly came back in as everyone was launching, and poor Henry had the smallest arm, so he was the unlucky one sponging it all out. And yeah, quick tape job, and luckily we got out for the second race for a bit of fun. But yeah, not a great week so far.
Yeah, okay, can you at least describe some positives from the second race?
I think we did a bit of rig stuff this morning. That felt better, so that's always a good thing. We just got back, and I think we got back our mojo a bit, especially in that second upwind. We really started flying upwind like we have been all season, so definitely a lot of positives. Downwinds, I mean, you can't be unhappy at a nor'easter and downwind like that. So a couple of airborne, a little bit of a backwards wheelie where you know, full boat out of the water and we ended up in the water a little bit, but no, you can't complain about those downwinds, that's for sure.
Balmain, boy, they're down a little bit again, so not their regatta, that is for sure.
We changed some things on our boat, and unfortunately that basically meant that we didn't have that jump on the fleet, and so this whole regatta we've sort of been battling and fighting the boat to get to that speed, and what that's meant is we've had to focus more on the boat rather than the actual racing in the fleet, and that really has, you know, sort of impacted our performance and unfortunately led to things really not going our way.
Nice. Right, kitchen.
I think that's one of the things that I love about sailing, is that it's so difficult and there's so many things that you can go wrong, and so when you do get everything right, it feels so incredible. And it's all a part of why everyone loves the sport, and it's all a part of being a sportsman, is being able to take that in your stride and reflect and know where you went wrong, so that the next time you have a crack at it, you can try to line up all the variables and sail the best out there. But it has not been our week, but it doesn't mean that we don't want to keep going sailing with each other every single day. That's a huge testament to how much we get along and how much synergy there is between myself, Henry and Locky.
And I think as a team as well, probably still the best crew that I've sailed with. We're really cool, calm, collected, and still have fun out there every day we go sailing. So I think that's a testament to the team, and we'll be back next year ready to do it all again.
So we're coming around Shark Island on the first lap, you know, pressing pretty hard to get round the YA mark, and Locky's trap line just snapped. The outer rope just came apart and he fell in the water, and he managed to pull his way back into the boat and tie himself back on, and then we keep sailing. So a funny experience, but we got around the rest of the race. So pretty wild day today. We put the big rig in thinking the breeze wouldn't quite pick up, but ended up coming in pretty hard over the 3 laps. Had some pretty wild rides out there with the big rig. Managed to hang in there a bit on the upwind, so we weren't too off the pace, just a little bit. But we had some real fun rides downwind. Big sails were a lot deeper than all the other boats. A lot of fun.